Hey everyone, good morning. Let's see if anybody joins me. Good morning. All right. Let's see if I can sit back here. You're all going to be far away. Oh, I better come forward for a minute so I can see who's joining in. Hey Sarah, morning. How are you today? Hey Joe, how's it going? Welcome, welcome. Orange juice for breakfast, Sarah, what do you think? Hey Kathy, just kidding. Sarah knows my story yesterday, y'all. I did my first, hey Brenna, you're gonna sweep dog hair before you can start. I love it. Don't worry, I just got started a little bit late. That's right, Cliff is in the background eating breakfast, so things are happening kind of slowly at our house, so dining room is still the breakfast zone. Hey Kathy, so glad you were able to join the Libby community finally and get on here and see where we are. Anyway, so Cliff's gonna be eating breakfast for a while. Hey, that's yoga, right? We're supposed to be so chill that we could do this flow or practice anywhere, right? They always say, you gotta be able to meditate in Times Square or you're not really doing it. Hey Dee Dee. So he's eating breakfast. I have 8 bags of oranges in the other room because I did my first Kroger pickup yesterday, and I ordered 8 oranges and got 8 bags. Yay, Dee Dee, you found us. So anyway, I've given most of them away to neighbors, and they pretty much are all claimed, but I'm laughing about finding abundance in interesting ways. All right. Hey, Libby. All right. Just another minute since I got started just a little bit late, to allow people to get here. If they want to start the practice with us, you all can go ahead and find your mats, sweep the dog hair out of the way. I love that, Brenna. I'm having to do that a lot too, dog and cat hair. You might want a blanket of some type to sit up on in the beginning of practice, and then again at the end. No props necessary for today's practice unless you're someone who likes to practice with a block. And if you don't have blocks at home, no worries. A book, a water bottle, or nothing. Just doing your best to be prop free, right? We all know that falling is fine. Struggle is what it's all about. It's the goal of the practice. I'm gonna slowly make my way back to the mat. Y'all, I'm gonna sit down here for a sec, and then I'm gonna come forward for y'all to tell me. I'm gonna do a little, since this is the first Facebook Live we've done with the mat facing sideways, I think I can see myself clearly. What about when I stand up, y'all? Do you have my full range? Looks like it. You got from the legs to the feet. Let me just come forward and see if anybody can give me a check on that. Hey, Jenny. Libby, you say you found out how much you need to sweep too. Yeah, I'm telling you what, being home more, right? It's like using our own surfaces and spaces in the house more. All right, so nobody's saying that my body was cut off. I wasn't like cut off in the head or the feet or anything like that, right? I'm assuming no news is good news. Okay, Sarah says looks good, great. That's actually why I decided to do Facebook Live instead of Zoom, just for those of you who are wondering. I miss being able to see the videos of you, but Facebook Live gives us a better camera angle, especially for turning the mat sideways. And we had a request last week that some of the poses were a little challenging to see when I'm facing you. So I'm turning my mat sideways today, and Facebook Live allows me to do that a little better. So that's what we're doing. So come on back, take off any sweatshirt or anything, because we're gonna get warm. Uh-oh, I got a kitty cat sitting on my yoga blanket. Do you see him? This is my prince. This is my Angelo. Got a husband eating breakfast. So all kinds of things going on over here. What do you all have going on? Well, whatever you have going on, try to find a seat for yourself. And that can be in any really opening position, seated or not. Sometimes I like to open class lying in Shavasana or in a child's pose. But today, I feel like sitting. So that might be an easy pose with the crossed legs. You might be seated back on your heels or with the legs out in front of you, whatever gives you some comfort. And if you are taking this cross-legged position, sitting up on a block or a blanket can help You find ease in the pose by elevating the hips slightly higher than the knees. Allow the arms to rest on the thighs. And if you feel safe and comfortable in your space, allow the eyes to close, to begin to turn inward. A few deep breaths as you settle in to the sensations of the body. Grounding down and rooting the sitting bones into the earth. Letting everything grow heavy. Feel gravity drawing you downward. Shoulders drop away from the ears. Notice the connection of the feet, the legs to the mat, the connection of the hands to the legs. Any other sensations around you, any sounds, any feelings of temperature, pressure, the chilly morning air. Coming out of whatever busyness of the morning you've just come through and settling into this wide open space. Notice the quality of your awareness here as you turn your attention to the sensations in the body, sounds that are entering consciousness, to the breath. What does it feel like, that space in which all of these sensations are simply arising, coming and going? You're not controlling anything. Just gently and softly aware of it all. Does the space feel open? Does it feel wide and light, expansive? Peaceful, maybe. A place of refuge to come out, to come into whenever you need it. And when we take a moment to come out of the constant stream of consciousness of our thoughts, which contain all of our worry or agitation, and we just take a moment to come into the physical sensations around us and in the body, and give us the opportunity to connect with our truest self, to find a place of ease, maybe even peace. So important right now in these times to take this time for yourself, for your practice. A few more moments with the breath, reminding yourself also that this breath and this connection that you're feeling right now with yourself is the foundation of your practice. So feel free to modify today's class, to change the postures any way to make them feel right in your own body, or even to come out of them. Take a break, simply return to your own breath, and you lose nothing in your practice. It's all yoga. Yoga is right now. If your eyes are closed, go ahead and softly open them. Take your arms out to the sides and then reach behind you to clasp them together behind, creating a fist for yourself. Draw that fist back. Shoulder blades draw together, look up. And then on an exhale, let's tip forward. Get a nice shoulder expansion, forward fold. If you need to come off of your block or padding here, that might be nice. As you fold forward, and it doesn't matter how far you go, just to that place where you're finding your edge. Try to keep the sitting bones rooted, and we're holding here for 5 deep breaths. Constricting the back of the throat to make the breath audible, like an ocean. Exhale, let it all go. Bring yourself up now. Let's take the hands behind you so the fingertips are pointed towards the glutes. And now we'll open the front of the chest, tipping back, letting the neck fall back. If that's safe and comfortable for your neck, you'll know. If it feels too much, you can always keep the chin tucked. But for many of us, this can be a wonderful release, to release the neck and the head, open the chest. And we're holding here for 2 more breaths. One more full inhale here. Just take a deep, deep sip of air. And then exhale, let it go as you come forward. And now 5 long breaths to hold a twist. So inhale, the arms up overhead. And exhale, let's open to the left. Or maybe your right if you're mirroring me. Let the front hand clasp the knee, the back hand rest lightly on the ground. Nice static twist here, filling up on a full inhale. And exhale, perhaps you can twist just a little bit deeper, but go easy on yourself as we're still warming the body. One more breath. Release as you exhale, back to the center. And now the other way. Inhale, reach up, palms touch. Exhale, open to the other side. On the inhale, the spine grows long and tall, reaching up to the crown of the head. And the exhale, gentle twist behind you. Starting the class with this nice, long, slow breathing. So important for our lungs to take these deep, deep breaths, keeping them healthy and strong. Fifth breath, inhale fully, and then exhale, release to the front. All right, you all, I'm gonna ask you to come to your tabletop position and begin doing some cat-cows, and I'm gonna tell you why. This is just what happens when you're doing a live video. I forgot to bring my clock in here, which tells me I will have no idea when the hour is over, and I might keep you here for 2. So let me run and get my clock. You all do some nice cat-cows, stretch it out in all directions. You can move from your cat-cow to some figure 8s, whatever you'd like. Just move and warm the body. I will return. How are those cat-cows going? And perhaps taking a few lateral twists with your cat-cows from side to side. All right, I'm back in business, ready to join you. When those cat-cows feel complete, or whatever movements you've been taking with the spine, let's come back into a nice tabletop. Make sure the shoulders are stacked over the wrists, the hips are over the knees. And let's begin by extending that right leg behind us. And then on the exhale, draw the knee into the nose. So this is just another version of your cat pose, isn't it? Inhale, extend. One more time. Draw the knee to the nose and round and hold. Inhale, extend back. And this time you might remember this move from last week. Let's cross that leg past the midline, dropping the right foot to the outside of the mat, and then twist so that the gaze follows that right big toe, and you're getting a nice lateral bend. Also a deep, deep stretch along the right side of the body. Breathe into that twist. And then inhale, draw the leg back behind you. Exhale, lower the knee down. Let's move that into the other side. Inhale, reach back with the left leg. Exhale, knee to the nose. So some of you probably saw on Facebook that for the most part, we're recreating the flow of last week. Though there have already been differences, because who can remember the exact same flow from one week to the next? There's always equality, right? One of my favorite quotes, I'm going to get it wrong, but cross that leg over now. What's the lovely quote, you all, about the river that we can never step and not step into the same river twice, right? So in this class, that's exactly what we're doing. We're stepping, but also not stepping into the same river. Breathe. Y'all can help me out with that one at the end, especially Sarah, my philosopher friend here. I know I probably messed that up. Then lower the knee down. Let's come into our first downward facing dog. So the palms walk one palm's width distance forward for a nice wide stance. We tuck the back toes and reach the hips up to the sky. Pressing the heels down towards the mat, but allowing a gentle bend in the knees if the hamstrings are tight. More important to extend the spine long, grow the hips towards the ceiling as if I'm pulling on a string on your sacrum to lift them up. The chest presses towards the thighs, and the heels can begin to pedal back and forth. And then find some stillness in the dog. As you exhale, bend the knees and look up between the hands and slowly walk yourself up. Ooh, I'm close to my couch here. Hello, couch. And then fold forward into a ragdoll pose. Let your fists come up and rest in opposite elbow creases. You can sway the body from side to side or hang in stillness. Both can feel so lovely here. But do nod the head yes and shake it no. Just release all the tension. And then release the arms down. Press into the feet and round yourself up. Looping the shoulders up and back when you get there. And maybe up and forward, changing the directions. All right, heel toes, feet in so the big toes are to touch if that's how you prefer to practice. Some people like a hip width stance here. Palms spin forward, settle in, lift the toes, spread them wide. So one variation from our class from last week is that we had this amazing moon this week. So rather than starting with sun salutations, let's move through a moon salutation flow to begin our flowing practice. So inhale, reach up. Exhale, open wide, hinge over the legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step the right foot back. Drop the right knee down. Inhale, up. Exhale, plant the hands. Come up onto the ball of the back foot and step back, downward facing dog. Hold here for an inhale breath. And as you exhale, lower the knees. Keep the butt in the air. Lower the chest and the chin, coming into inchworm. Inhale, slide the body forward into a low cobra, hugging the elbows in. Exhale, hips back to the heels, child's pose. Inhale here. Exhale, tuck the toes, hips high, downward facing dog. Inhale now, right leg forward, coming into a lunge on the other side. And this is our salute to the moon. As we inhale, reach up and visualize the glorious light of the moon. Exhale, lower the hands. Lift the back knee, step forward this time, and fold. Inhale, reversing a swan dive to rise up out of the water, arcing back into a gentle back bend. Exhale through the third eye, hands to the heart center. Let's take that series starting with the other leg. Inhale, reach up, gathering the space. Exhale, drawing the navel in as you hinge forward. Inhale, half lift, long spine, draw the shoulders back. Exhale, hands plant, left leg steps back first this time, dropping the back knee. On your inhale, salute. Exhale, lower the hands, come up, step back, find downward facing dog. Inhale here. Exhale, knees drop. Chest and chin drop down, inchworm pose. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale here, holding the breath. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg forward, right knee drops. On your inhale, reach the arms high. Exhale, frame the foot, come up onto the ball of the back foot, and as you inhale, step forward, fold on the exhale. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold a little deeper. You can draw your hands to the back of the shins to pull you in. And then inhale, rise all the way up. Return to your mountain pose, arcing back. Exhale, Samastitihi, hands at heart center. So that was our salute to the glorious moon. And now this morning, the sunshine streaming in. Let's salute the sun. Inhale. Exhale, hinge forward. Half lift as we inhale. This time on the exhale, step both feet back, finding your plank pose. First round through, let's all drop our knees, and this time just bend the elbows to 90 degrees and hold. So top of a push-up position, building the strength in the upper body. Inhale now, rather than cobra, try to press through the tops of the feet, lifting the hips and thighs off the mat. For upward facing dog, a little bit longer hold this time just to build the muscle awareness. If upward dog doesn't work for you, of course you can be in that low cobra. That's a wonderful option. Exhale now, use the strength of the core to roll back over the toes. Find downward facing dog, 3 breaths. One more full inhale, make it deep and audible. Exhale it all out as you bend the knees, look up, step, or perhaps you're ready to hop to the top of the mat. Half lift as you inhale, drawing everything in tight. Exhale, we fold low. Inhale, root down to rise. The paradox of yoga. Exhale, heart center. One more sun salutation. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, dive over the legs. Half lift on your inhale. Exhale, once again, find your plank pose. This time, if you'd like, knees stay high. Join me for a full push-up. Keep the elbows only to 90 degrees. Don't dip the body lower. Inhale, upward dog. So, if your upper body strength is still building there and the body wants to dip down below the elbows, that's where you could get into some shoulder injury danger zone there. So if that's the case, please just continue to lower the knees. You will build strength in the pose. Exhale, roll back, find downward facing dog. Breathing, settling in, welcome home. One more inhale here. Exhaling it all out, looking up, stepping or hopping up to find the front of the mat. Half lift as you inhale. Exhale, fold down. Inhale now, let's find chair pose. So sit the hips low, send the arms high, holding here in your chair pose. Where is that airplane flow she promised? Let's airplane our arms on the exhale, opening the chest, keeping the hips low, drawing the shoulder blades further onto the back. So we find that same up dog or cobra opening across the collarbones. Now on an inhale, back to chair pose, arms reach up, core body knits in. Let's flow with the breath there 3 times. Exhale, airplane your arms. Inhale, chair. Exhale. Inhale, up. Strong, strong legs. One more. Exhale. Inhale. This time on the exhale, stand high, hinge over the hips. And now we flow back through a vinyasa transition, half lift as you inhale. Exhale, hands plant, step back. Take your flow. So it's your version of the push-up, then your back bend. And we meet in downward facing dog. Here we go. Inhale, right leg up, 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 up. Exhale, step forward. Let that back knee come down. Inhale, reach up. Once again, we flow with the airplane arms. Exhale, hinge over that front leg, reach back. Inhale, up. 2 more. Exhale. Inhale, lift. Exhale. Inhale, all the way up. Exhale, frame the foot, come up off of the back knee, step back, flow through your vinyasa transition or meet us in down dog. If today is not a day for all of these vinyasa transitions for you, inhale the left leg up, 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 up. Exhale, step through, right knee drops down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, airplane the arms. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands come down. Turn the back toes under. Step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, hinge forward. Taking a transition here. 1 time through the vinyasa. Exhale, down dog. One more inhale here. Exhale fully now. Bend the knees. Look or step up. Top of the mat. Half lift. Exhale, we fold. Shall we do that again? But actually not again. We're adding on, building. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, hands to hips, fold low. Half lift as you inhale. Exhale, hands plant, step back. Ooh, another transition. We're building heat today in the body, aren't we? Downward facing dog as you exhale. Inhale, right leg up, 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 up. Exhale, step through. This time, keep the back knee high and arrive in your crescent warrior high lunge. All right, everybody, so in your high lunge, settle into that front knee. Draw the left hip forward, right hip back, aiming to keep the hips square to that wall in front of you. If you need a slight bend in the back knee to find that neutral alignment of the pelvis, that's a wonderful thing to do here. And then once you find that pelvis, you can re-extend through the back heel. And this is the moment we've been preparing for. Our transition is to airplane. So let's take one more inhale here in crescent warrior. Then on the exhale, launch into the right foot. If the left leg taps down, that's okay. Airplane your arms. All right. My plan is to reach the arms forward now and find warrior 3. I have some barriers in my pillows here on my couch, but that's okay. I can still do it. And then everybody exhale, hands back to the heart center. On the exhale, chamber that left knee into the right knee chamber. So we're just bending it. It's a high jiva squat here. And then on the inhale, step back and find your crescent warrior. Nice work. So that was a nice balancing series. Holding here now, we'll take a back bend. So as we exhale, cactus the arms, open across the heart. So find length in the spine, grow long, rather than just collapsing into the lower back. Inhale now, reach back up, arms straight. On the exhale, vertical twist to the right. So look back over those right fingertips that reach behind you. Left fingertips reaching forward and expand your wingspan. Breathe. Use the Ujjayi breath to find ease and challenge. Transition on your inhale, 5-pointed star towards the front of the room. Hello, everybody. Extending the fingers wide, toes pointing out, heels turned in. Take up space here. Grow strong energy across the chest, energy out the head, out the fingertips and the toes. 5 points of light. Exhale now, horse pose. Hands come to prayer. Sit low into the hips. Roll the weight to the outer edges of the feet and perhaps take a horse-like dance. Dancing with some movement here. Beautiful work. Inhale, back up, 5-pointed star, expand. On your exhale, warrior two to the top of the mat. Settle into that front knee. And let's take a moment to set up our warrior two. Peek down, make sure that big toe is visible to the inside of the knee. The right knee is staying open. The back leg probably needs to open a little wider than in our crescent warrior stance to keep that front knee from jutting out past the right ankle. And then reopen the wingspan, settle in here. So much strength and power in this pose. Inhale now, reverse the warrior. So stay committed to the lunge as you reach that arm up. And if you'd like to deepen the stretch, reach up now with the left hand to clasp the right wrist and draw the arm further back. Beautiful. On the exhale now, release the arms down, cartwheel them back. Step that right foot back next to the left and move through your vinyasa transition, or we meet in downward dog. Inhale here. Exhale, downward facing dog. You all stay where you are. I'm just changing directions on my mat, so I won't face away from you as we move through the other side. One more lovely breath here, settling in, finding ease. Other side now. Inhale, left leg lifts up, 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 up. Exhale, stepping through. Inhale now, crescent warrior. Hold, hold, hold. Moving slowly with control the first time through our airplane flow. Energy through that back heel, but not at the expense of that neutral alignment in the pelvis. So we don't want the tailbone tipped back too far. Sometimes we can spill the body forward here. So if you need to bend the back knee to find the mountain pose alignment of the pelvis here, then re-extend through the back heel. Also draw the right hip forward and the left hip back. And feel your breathing. You all know where we're headed from here, airplane pose. So take a nice inhale and exhale, launch into your airplane, drawing the shoulder blades together on the back, up dog opening in the chest. I'm really out of space here to move into my warrior three arms, so you're welcome to do that if you'd like, or you can join me simply bringing your hands to prayer. On the exhale, chamber the right knee behind the left kneecap. So we're in a tall jiva squat, holding and breathing challenging pose. Inhale, land lightly back into your crescent warrior. Inhale up, and here's our gentle back bend. Cactus the arms. Think more about opening the heart than bending into the back. Inhale, return. And on the exhale, vertical twist. Take it over the left fingertips. Reach that right arm forward. Let the wingspan grow wide on every inhale. Exhale, you settle in. Inhale now, 5-pointed star. Grow wide, grow powerful. Exhale, horse pose, hands to prayer. Sit low. Roll the weight to the outer edges of the foot here. So we're opening the knees, feeling into the hips, the freedom of the dance here perhaps as you sway from side to side. On an inhale, 5-pointed star, open. And now exhale, warrior two, top of the mat. Settling in. Taking a peek back at that back foot. If the front knee is jutting out past the ankle, you might need to widen the stance. Open the left knee, keep the big toes visible, and then open the wingspan. Every inhale, it grows wider. On the exhale, deepen into the lunge. One more full breath here. On your next inhale, reverse the warrior, reach that left arm high, and then perhaps reach up with the right arm, clasp the left fist, and deepen the stretch in the left side body. Beautiful work, everybody. On an exhale now, release down, frame that front foot, step back, and find your flow. Upward dog. And then we exhale, downward facing dog. Settle in. Find your power now, because it's time, my friends, to dance. Let's flow with the breath, one movement through the airplane flow. Inhale, right leg up, 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 up. Exhale, step through. Inhale, crescent warrior. Exhale, airplane pose. Inhale, warrior three. Exhale, prayer hands, jiva squat. Inhale, land back lightly. Exhale, vertical twist. Whoops, I forgot the back bend. Let's get it here. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, gentle back bend. Inhale, crescent warrior, another vertical twist as we exhale. Inhale, 5-pointed star. Exhale, horse. Inhale, 5-pointed star. Exhale, warrior two. Reverse the warrior. Exhale, step back. Chaturanga push-up. On that same exhale breath if you can. Your inhale to your back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. Other side we flow. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, step through. Inhale, rise. Exhale, airplane. Inhale, warrior three, arms if you can. Exhale, hands to prayer, jiva squat. Inhale, land gently, crescent warrior. Exhale, cactus the arms, open the heart. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, vertical twist, go left. Inhale, 5-pointed star. And exhale, horse, sink low. Inhale, 5-pointed. Exhale, warrior two, top of the mat. Inhale, reverse. And exhale, lower the arms, step back. Hinge the shoulders over the wrists as you lower into your push-up and your back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. One more time, let's dance. with the breath. Inhale, exhale, step through. Inhale, crescent warrior. Airplane as you exhale. Inhale, warrior, 3 arms, reach forward. Exhale, jiva squat, hands at your heart. Inhale, crescent warrior, land. Exhale, back bend. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, vertical twist. Inhale, 5-pointed star to me. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, 5-pointed star. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, lower the hands, flow through. Take your transition. We meet in downward facing dog, left side. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, step through. Inhale, crescent warrior. Exhale, airplane. Inhale, warrior, 3 arms. Exhale, jiva squat. Inhale, crescent lunge, step back. Exhale, your back bend. Inhale, vertical twist as you exhale. 5-pointed star, open. Horse pose, sit low. Inhale, 5-pointed star. Exhale, warrior 2. Reverse. And exhale, cartwheel the hands. Step back. Move through your transition. Exhale. Nice work, everyone. Let's hold the downward facing dog this time. You're welcome to come into a child's pose here for a short break, or just let downward dog be your resting pose, feeling the life force energy in the body. As we now move into a hip opening sequence. So inhale that right leg up, up, up. This time on the exhale, hold the leg high, but bend the knee and open the hip. Roll out, take some small circles with the knee. Just getting deeply into that hip joint, then go the other way. Then inhale, re-extend, 3-legged dog, square the hips back off. On your exhale now, runner's lunge. So step forward with that right leg. Drop the left knee down. So the right leg now is to the outside of the right hand, so it's in the outer edge of your mat. And if you're like me and you have tight hips, and just the way the hip is situated in the ball and socket joint there, this may be a deep, deep stretch for you, as it is for me, or you may have to lower your elbows down to find your version of runner's lunge, so feel free to do that. Your edge, right? That's all that matters. No comparisons, no judgments. Settling in. If you lower to your elbows, you might want to come up now, because we're all walking our hands up onto that leg, lifting the torso high, and deciding if this is where you stay today, or if you'd like to take this into a quad stretch by bending the back leg, drawing the heel into the glute, clasping the foot, perhaps reaching around with both hands. Your choice, one hand or both. Going easy. Breathing into the quad. And then release one hand down. And if you have that left foot clasped, release it very gently. It's spring-loaded at this point. Come with the back ball, the back foot drop back down, lift the knee, and now sweep the the right leg up, 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 up. And now let's once again step through and find our high crescent warrior. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, now lower the hands, clasp them behind you. Chest expansion here, inhale. Exhale, find bound arm airplane. So launch forward. Still drawing that fist behind you, but in that airplane pose, we've built the stability. We've built the alignment and the muscle memory for this pose. And now begin to lift the torso up. Draw that left knee again in towards the glutes. And now reach down with the right hand for the left foot. So we're coming into a revolved version of dancer. So the left arm reaches high. We're holding the inside edge of that left foot in the right hand. Inhale, find opening and length. Then on the exhale, kick the left foot into the right hand and begin to gently hinge forward. You might not come as far in this revolved version. It's just a slight change to our dance. Beautiful work, everybody. Hold, hold, hold. Drive the pose from the kick. Your release now is mountain pose. So let the hands come to the side. The left knee lifts. The thighs parallel to the ground. Exhale here, figure four. Hands to prayer. Heel comes to rest to the outside of the right knee and sit low into the hips. Nice. Opportunity for a deep hip opening, especially if you send the energy through that left knee, pressing it open. Inhale, return to your one-legged mountain, this time arms up. And then exhale, lower everything to standing Samastitihi. Beautiful work, everybody. Nice work with those hips. All right, let's take a flow to move to the other side. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hinge forward. Half lift as you inhale. Exhale, full flow, step back, find your chaturanga. Meet us in down dog if you prefer. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, bend that knee and open the hip. Keeping the hips square, but begin to roll the knee. Drawing some circles. You're actually rolling the hip, right? Drawing circles with the knee. Getting into the hip joint here. Then on your inhale, straighten that leg again. Point the toes, lift up. Exhale, find runner's lunge. Left foot steps to the outside of the left hand. Drop the right knee down. Back toes, by the way, can stay tucked. That gives you a nice stretch in the foot. Or you're always welcome to release that foot down if that feels more comfortable. And then find the version of the pose that gets into your hips, either with the arms extended or lowering down to the elbows. That's not my pose. Maybe it's your pose. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Gotta slow things down when it comes to the hips. And then wherever you are, if your elbows are lowered, walk them back up. And then continue to travel upwards, walking the hands to the quad. The hands can press into the thigh to deepen the stretch. Staying here, or if you'd like to come into that quad stretch now in the right leg, bend the right heel in towards the glutes, reach around for the hands. Draw the shoulders open, collarbone grows wide. And then release that left arm first, bring it back down, and then very gently release the right hand. So the leg lowers slowly, tuck the back toes, lift the knee high. Inhale, three-legged dog, left leg extends back behind you. Exhale, step forward. Inhale, crescent warrior. Breathing here. Then when your next exhale arrives, lower the arms and find the clasp with the opposite thumb on top if you remember. Sometimes we don't remember. Chest expansion as we inhale. And then exhale, launch into the shoulder expansion, bound airplane. Beautiful work, everyone. Continue to open the collarbone, draw the shoulder blades further onto the back. And then inhale, release. Release the hands. And now it's the left hand that finds the inner edge of that right foot for your revolved dancer. Right arm reaches high. As you exhale, kick, kick, kick the right foot into that left hand and begin to hinge forward. I'm gonna have to bend my elbow because I'm too close to my wall here. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Nice, one more full breath. And then the release is up to one-legged mountain, hands to prayer. Exhale, sit into your figure four opening. Send the energy down through the right knee. Breathe, breathe, breathe into the hips. Inhale, one-legged mountain, reach up, find length. And then exhale, let that foot gently drop down, hands to the heart. Close the eyes. Tuck the chin. Go inward. Traveling down now to our mats, slowing things down. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, dive over the legs. Half lift as you inhale. And exhale. Plant the hands now. Step back to downward dog unless you need one more vinyasa. And then when your next exhale arrives, lower the knees. Sit back on your heels. Take a moment. Bring the hands behind you. Fingertips towards the knees, towards the toes. Open the knees wide. Let's take a hero's pose, lifting the hips up, open across the chest. This is our lovely back bend here for the end of class, or towards the end of class. One more inhale breath. Lift the hips a little higher as you inhale. And then exhale, lower them back down. Tuck the chin back in, walk the knees together. And then swing those legs around, out in front of you for a nice forward fold to counter the back bend. Move the flesh away from the sitting bones. Inhale, sweep the arms high as you flex the feet and activate the legs. Core body strong and engaged. Exhale, hinge from the hips, reach the chest towards the toes. Arms reach forward and find whatever is available to them. Maybe the outer edges of the feet, or the ankles or shins, or you use a belt or a strap to draw yourself into this fold. And one more inhale, grow a long, tall spine. And then on the exhale, allow yourself to round into the fold. Inhale, lift the body. Now let's draw both feet in, coming into a cobbler's pose. So soles of the feet come to touch. Elbows can press down on the insides of the thighs here to open the knees wide. And once again, inhale, find length in the pose. Then on the exhale, hinge forward. Initially with a flat back, and then you can tuck the chin and simply fold down. I don't go very low in this pose, but find your own depth. We're all so different. Breathing into the hips. Inhale. Re-extend those legs long out in front of you and scoot yourself up towards the top of the mat so that you can unwind. So arms reach forward over the legs and drawing the core body in very slowly. Unwind onto your back. And when the shoulders and the head reach the mat, point the toes. Send the arms long, get a full body stretch. Wiggle the hips and the shoulders. Ooh, like you're waking up in the morning. But in this case, we're transitioning to our rest. Draw the knees up into the body, clasp below the knees, and draw small circles. Getting a nice massage for that lower back. Go the other way. And as our final movement poses of the class, let's take some gentle spinal twists. So once again, cactus the arms, let the legs come to a tabletop position. And as you exhale, let the knees fall to the right as you gaze left. Inhale the legs to center. And exhale, they drop the opposite way. Knees left, gaze right. Inhale the knees back to center. Reach around the shins with your entire arms. Find opposite elbows to clasp onto and then draw the forehead up to meet the knees, rolling into a small ball. Rock gently from side to side, gratitude pose. Feeling grateful for this opportunity to connect with yourself, with each other, through these wonderful virtual spaces. And we can't be together at our studio. And then as you exhale, release into your final relaxation, Shavasana. Extend the legs long. Let the legs be wide here, toes pointed towards the outer edges of the mat. The arms too, open away from the body, palms face up. Take any gentle shifting or rocking that you need until your body comes to a place of ease and stillness. Feel cradled, feel supported by the earth. And release control now of the breath. It returns to its natural rhythm. Release all thought, release all effort. Nowhere to go, nothing to do, just be. Listen to the birds, go inward. Rest and restore. I'll meet you back again in about 5 minutes. Return your awareness now to the sensation of the breath flowing in the body. Begin to wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes. Bring movement and energy back into your day. Roll out your wrists and roll out your ankles. Wiggle the hips Some wiggle the shoulders. Stretch the arms long overhead and get one more full body stretch. And then draw the knees into the body and roll over to your favorite side, place of comfort, a place of transition. A few breaths here supported, cradling your head with the bottom arm. And then as you're ready, press through the top arm to bring yourself back to a seated place. And our thought for the day from Victor Hugo, you have the power to fly. So he said, be like the bird who halting in her flight unbows too slight, feels them give way beneath her, yet sings, knowing she hath wings. So that's what we did today, my friends. We flew through our airplane flow like a bird, finding our wings in new ways that we didn't think were possible, connecting in our yoga practice here through Facebook Live in these interesting and crazy times. So draw your hands to the heart center. I invite you to join me in an Om, the sound that connects us all to one another. So exhale all the breath and then inhale to Om. Om. The inner light in me honors the inner light in each one of you. Thank you all for practicing with me today. And may you all be well, and may all beings everywhere be well. Namaste. All right, everybody. I hope to see you back next week on whatever platform we choose. Give me your feedback. How did you like the Facebook Live? How did you like my mat being sideways? Any thoughts? Hope you guys enjoy the rest of your Saturday. I'm going to pick up a new dog for my mom. Hey, Kelly. I didn't see you were here. Namaste, Sarah. Thanks for being here. Thanks, Brenna. I'm going to pick up a dog for my mother, get some more sewing done. Thanks, Dee Dee. Good to have you here. Somebody sent a heart. Bye, everyone. Signing off now.